Whether it's some sort of fruit, vegetable, or herb, our philosophical farmer can give you insights to gardening tips all year long. Let's see what Clyde has waiting in his garden for us today.
Good morning. Welcome to this edition of the Philosophical Farmer. We're here today by my red raspberries, and we're going to talk about growing raspberries here in Arkansas. I've been growing raspberries here in Arkansas, I guess, for the last 18 years, but I have discovered that Arkansas is a challenging place to grow raspberries. And the primary reason for that is raspberries actually prefer a little bit cooler temperatures. The number one place in the world to grow red raspberries is the Pacific Northwest. And if you're familiar with the Pacific Northwest, most of their summers, exceptions lately, but most of their summers are fairly mild, with temperatures between 75 and 85 degrees. Well, we have lots of temperatures, 80 to 90 degrees here, and raspberries struggle with that. So I've learned over the years that if you can moderate the temperature where you put the raspberries, and you can moderate temperature with shade, we've actually accomplished it here. I have a hedgerow to my west. So in the afternoon when the sun becomes intense, this hedgerow at the west is creating shade, and these raspberries are in the shade from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon until the sun goes down. And that has really helped. I have found that I'm able to get them to last much longer and produce berries. They just really thrive by that moderation. Let me talk a little bit about raspberries and their different characteristics. These are a primocane bearing raspberry. It means they're making berries on the canes that came up this spring. The main raspberry that they do production raspberries with is a floricane, and it actually grows up one year, goes dormant, then it puts out leaves the next spring and it makes its berries on the second year. To have primocane raspberries means you get to enjoy some of the raspberries in the fall, and yet we'll get to enjoy them again in the spring. Anyway, that's a little bit about red raspberries. They're a wonderful fruit. We're actually going to sneak away from here and try a little bit of fresh raspberry jam on some homemade bread. All right, I thought it might be fun today to do something a little bit different. We've talked about raspberries, talked about the aspects of growing them and some of the stuff that's gone into it. One of my other hobbies besides farming is cooking, and I like to make bread. Anyway, I made a couple loaves of bread this morning, and we're going to try some raspberry jam on a fresh piece of bread. I got up this morning and made a batch of bread, and it just came out of the oven probably 15 minutes ago, so it's still a little bit warm, and so we'll put some raspberry jam on. It'll be good. All right. This is the coveted piece, the heel. It's got all that good crust. All right. Put it on a little thick here because we like it. It's still good. As always, I'd like to share a final thought today. One of the things I've learned over the years in farming is you have wins and you have losses. I've learned a lot over the years from my losses. I certainly enjoy my wins. But some of the things that I've learned from my losses is, sometimes it doesn't matter. You may have made good decisions. You may have the knowledge to do it, and then Mother Nature, hits you with a frost or a hailstorm or something like that. And it's discouraging, but every time I've had a loss, I've learned from that. My wins, I like to take them and look at them this way. I love to win. I love to end a season with a win. So I like to bask in that winning and enjoy it, review it in my mind, and it kind of gives me the fuel to carry me through those times, because inevitably in our lives we're going to have times Well, we're going to face losses, and we can grieve in those losses a little bit, but let's not wallow in them, but let's grow from them. Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate your time.